BiGG Golf Talk and BGT TV is presented by the U.S. Golf Challenge with Tito's Handmade Vodka. Qualify for the King's Cup today by participating in a national qualifier in your area. Visit usgolfchallenge.com to find a national qualifier in your area. BGT also sponsored in part by Tour Edge Golf. Pound for pound, nothing comes close. Golf's most solid investment. Encore Golf, Photo Ball Marker, The Distance Shoe, Squares Shoes, Proof, Not Promise, UFO Tour Golf, GolfKnickers.com, and Caddy Daddy, The Claw Glove. Connect with BiGG's Golf Talk on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at BiGG's Golf Talk. Subscribe with us on YouTube and iTunes, Amazon Music, and the Google Play Music Store. We're also available on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all your Alexa devices. Our website is www.bigsgolftalk.com or .net, bgsgolftalk.com or .net. I am Big John Quick. He is the GolfFather, Bill Cuebas. Now, Billy, a lot of people can't see you right now, I don't think.
You see my hand.
We are live in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Yes.
Just before the Patriot Shootout for the New Mexico chapter for Folds of Honor.
Yes, and it's bright and sunny. Not really. Not yet. Almost.
We're on stage.
Yes, we are.
Unfortunately, we forgot to bring the spotlight.
Yes, you are the spotlight. You see, you're shiny. You're the spotlight.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday, Taco Tuesday.
Today,
It's Monday.
I'm like,
it's Monday.
it's
happy Monday. It's definitely Monday.
Happy. We remember what day of the week it is. Wow.
Today is going to be pretty special. It's going to be unique here at the Folds of Honor, New Mexico Patriot Shootout. Not only are we here to support our military families and never leave a family behind on the field of battle, but we are also going to be honoring those 13 individuals that lost their life in Afghanistan.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on out there, so we got to remember, never forget.
Yes. So that's going to be a fantastic, fantastic thing that we're going to be doing here. And it's going to be a fun day. You know,
it is.
It's getting that time of the year, Bill the GolfFather Cuebas.
Yes, it is.
That the sun doesn't rise until after 6 a.m.
Nope. In New Mexico, it rises a little later.
Now, we do have a special guest, but one of the things I want to talk about, as you guys can see, actually the light of the computer is
what's lighting up your life.
Lighting up my life.
And your shirt.
And my shirt.
Your new shirt.
And Bill the GolfFather Cuebas, what type of shirt am I wearing today?
Volition America.
The new line of Volition America.
Yes.
Volition America was kind enough to send us a whole box of goodies.
Yes, they were.
Including shoes.
Shoes.
So
I haven't seen them yet. I asked for them, but I didn't see them.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's in Florida.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you have to go home.
Yes, I have to go. I have to go home to get my package.
Yes. Yes.
I think it's there.
It's going to be a great day. Paradise Hills Golf Course.
Yes.
Is the place we're at in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Bill the GolfFather Cuebas.
And it's dark and people can't see who's next to us.
Yeah, they can.
They can?
Yeah. He's actually more,
I can see his pants.
He's more lighted up than you are.
He is. I can see his pants and his head. I just saw his head move. It's getting there. It's almost time.
Let's introduce our first guest to kick off the show here on BiGG's Golf Talk. Bill the GolfFather Cuebas. He's the president of Folds of Honor, New Mexico, and he has a passion for our military families, not just in New Mexico, but across the broad.
Yes, he goes everywhere, travels everywhere, makes sure that we leave no man behind, or woman or child.
Retired fighter pilot, Colonel Air Force James Quick is joining us here on the stage. Colonel Quick, welcome into BiGG's Golf Talk again.
Good morning.
It's good to have you.
Glad to be here.
Glad to be here. And finally, post-COVID, we're able to have a full event.
Right.
It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be the first time that we're going to be able to get together after a golf event and all that stuff. Are you excited about it?
Absolutely. And we've got 120 golfers coming out today that share the same passion with us. They want to play golf. They want to observe our fallen, pay respects to the families that are left behind. It's going to be a great day.
How is FOHNM of Honor New Mexico chapter surviving post-COVID?
Well, I think all over the nation, the traditional ways of raising funds for charities was taking a hard hit. I know FOHNM of Honor ended up having to turn away over 500 qualified families for scholarships just this year. And we're trying to reverse that trend. We're trying to meet the demand. It's something that we'll probably never quite achieve, but we're working our best to do that. Our really the platinum event for the rest of the year was the Patriot dinner. We had to cancel that. The sites where we could do it weren't available because of COVID and seating restrictions and the self-induced separation of people that the governor has decreed and all of that kind of stuff, waiting on everybody to get vaccinated, I guess. So we're just marking our time. This golf tournament is the first big event where we've been able to get back to what I would call a normal golf event. It's going to be great. No masks. Everybody's outside. We're going to have a nice ceremony this morning. El Dorado High School ROTC, Marine Corps ROTC Junior are going to be here. We're going to sing the national anthem, have an invocation, and a few words about FOHNM of Honor.
Not to mention Bill the Golf Quiz, breakfast burritos, and street tacos.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
On the golf course, street tacos. That's right.
Why did they call it street taco? What's a street taco?
Well,
What's a street taco?
Well, if you go out on the street at Paradise Hills by the Starter Shack, there'll be a couple guys cooking street tacos on the street. That's
street
kind of how it
tacos
got
on
its
the
name.
street. There you have it. That's what a street taco is, cooked on
or
the
it's
street.
actually going to be a cart path, but we're going to
Yeah.
call it a street today.
Well, we drove on it already to deliver the food. Benny Keith donated the food. The Disket guys,
Oh, nice.
Nevin Montano and his dad and other helpers' wife probably are going to be here to cook. And the premier distributing people have dropped off some Budweiser. So we're going to have
This Bud's
that
for
to go
you.
with the street tacos, and that'll be on the golf course.
Jason Harmon checking in on Facebook, watching us right now on BGT TV on Facebook Live. Says, good morning, guys. Patriot Shootout Day. Woo! Yes.
Support the veterans. Absolutely, 100%.
Derek Holmes checking in on YouTube. Thanks for all you guys do to support veterans. You're welcome, Derek Holmes. It's our pleasure. So,
Who do we have today as the special guest? I had to pick that one up.
Hang on just a second.
he's looking it up.
He's looking stuff up. So we will continue to talk. So thank you for listening, Derek and Jason. Keep them coming. Any questions, anything, just shoot them out.
I don't know if Jason Harmon got ejected out of his baseball game yesterday or not, but he was going to try really, really hard to get ejected out of his baseball game.
So somebody actually wanted, when you
Well,
want
he has yet to be ejected from a game, and he's been coaching for 20 years.
Yeah, but when you want to do something, it doesn't happen.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
wasn't there, so I didn't, obviously couldn't be the one to eject him, but I don't know if somebody did.
So you want to eject him?
Yeah. He's on my target list.
He's on your target list.
Yes.
You have a target list?
I have a target list.
Who else is?
A short list of one.
I want.
Jason Harmon is on that list.
That's the only person that's on.
Other than that-
it's called the Jason list. There is no one else. But
Other than
Jason.
that, coaches eject themselves. So
Huh?
they do. They eject themselves.
How do they do that?
Let's get back to the topic.
Oh, okay. We'll talk baseball afterwards. Who's on first?
We do have a guest. Pamela Kendall is coming over from Las Vegas.
Uh-huh.
Her husband was an Air Force Special Operations guy who did over 30 deployments to Afghanistan and
Oh,
Iraq.
wow.
That's a lot.
That is a
And
lot. Whew,
He
30.
was severely afflicted with PTSD as a result of his service and has since passed away. Both of their sons have been provided academic scholarships to college, and I haven't met them. And she's going to be here any minute, and I hope maybe she can come up here.
That'd be great.
That'd
Yeah,
be
if
great,
she's here,
yeah.
that would be awesome. We would love to hear and share this story. I got a question. You brought up the fact that we were over 500 scholarships short this year. Usually, if I'm not mistaken, that's the money that we raised last year, and it carries over into the following year.
Right.
How is New Mexico as itself? How is it holding up? Because I know a lot of the money that's raised here, a huge percentage stays here for those families.
Well, kind of the way it works is we don't award the scholarships in New Mexico. That's a national foundation function because we don't have the tools, the screening, the knowledge, and all of that to determine who should get the scholarships, because there are some criteria that are on their website. But how it works is that we have 32 active academic scholarships here in New Mexico. For the last COVID 2 years, Folds has been able to sustain the legacy scholarships, the one in existence, but we haven't been able to award new ones. So all of our scholarship award winners here in New Mexico, we've been able to sustain through our fundraising efforts. And that's over $150,000 a year that I kind of feel we're responsible for here in New Mexico. Not that we actually send out the money, because the Folds does that.
Yeah.
Everything we raise here goes to them. But we can direct, if there's an application that we hear about here in New Mexico, we can ask the Folds to scrutinize that, and hopefully with the funds we raise, keep that one alive. And that actually happened 2 years ago with one of our recipient families who had a young daughter who came of age to go to school. And we were able to get her a scholarship to Hope Christian here in Albuquerque.
Nice.
One thing we want to point out for anybody that's listening, we have people watching us on YouTube and people watching us on Facebook currently. One of the things we want to bring up is the Folds of Honor New Mexico chapter will certainly help you with the application process. So they'll make sure you have all the paperwork.
Yes.
They'll make sure you have everything in hand that you need, and then point you in the right direction. He talked about that they don't do it locally with the application.
Yes.
But what he does is they could actually sit there with you and help you with the process of the application. So nobody feels like, oh, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Nobody feels like they are actually, what do I do? How do I do it?
And
the
that's
Folds
the
of
thing.
Honor New Mexico and his staff does a terrific job at sitting there and helping people through the process. Isn't that right, Colonel?
That's right. And we mentor people who would like to enroll in the program, and we walk them through the process, and then we put them in touch with Folds of Honor.
Now, how has the efforts of New Mexico, because of COVID and stuff, to expand the people's knowledge that the Folds of Honor is here and actually exists?
That's a good question. It's been a difficult mission because getting the word out is part and parcel of growing the support we can give to these families that need our help. So one of the ways is Rotary Club, the district, which is El Paso and all of New Mexico, have partnered up with us so that we're able to go to clubs all over the state in El Paso and give a little talk about Folds of Honor and ask their help, because they're embedded in the communities, to get the word out about any military families they know of. And then we also have brochures we drop off at all the bases, because when a devastating event happens in a military family's life, they oftentimes, if they're not going to be able to stay in the service, they'll go home. And when they go home in New Mexico, oftentimes that's in a remote area, and we just don't have any communication with them. So getting the word out through Rotary is one good way of doing it. Plus, we've partnered up with a number of radio and TV outlets here in New Mexico that is also getting the word out. So that's kind of how we do it. But there's a new addition we've made to Folds of Honor New Mexico, and that's the young
YP board?
It's the YP board, young professional.
Yes.
And they're all directors in their sub part of the overall 501c3 that we're a part of. So they're on our board of directors in a junior role. And they plan monthly events like wine tasting, and there are going to be some car shows that they'll go to and things like that. We're really excited about it. They just had their meeting last Thursday to elect a president, secretary, vice president, and they've done that.
Nice.
Matter of fact, the president's going to be here.
Oh, maybe we
Pretty
can
soon.
talk to the president.
Yeah.
We're supposed to have
Where's the
somebody
other
from
president?
the YP board. Yeah.
Yeah.
We need the president of the YP. What's his name or her name?
Not here yet.
Not here yet.
Justin's on his way.
Justin is on his way. Justin, Mr.
Cooper.
President.
And his wife's up there.
Oh, his wife is there
at the registration area, and she got
Okay.
here early to help out.
Nice.
She's studying nursing at UNM, and both of them are Army veterans. They were both medics in the Army and have
Wow.
been deployed to various places, Iraq, probably Afghanistan. I don't know exactly, but really patriotic, and they want to get involved. And
That's
youth
awesome.
is a good
That's
news
the way
thing
to grow.
for us old people that are seeing the end of the tour coming up.
When
for
did
us.
you turn 19? Last year?
Sorry.
Well, I was giving you credit. 19.
Yeah, right.
It's a good. Well, I don't know if I would want to be 19 in today's world, but yeah, it's an interesting world right
Well,
now.
the YP board is any age but young.
But
and
young.
I'd say the top end of young is maybe 45. I don't know. We
45
don't really have
and
an
under?
age limit.
Mhm.
We've got 24, 25-year-olds already on the YP board,
Nice.
and we're looking to grow that. Matter of fact, the general manager for the district for Twin Peaks,
Mhm.
she's on the board, and that's kind of how it's matriculating out. And we're hoping that they network with their younger friends and get together on these events. It's really going to be a fun thing, I think.
Well, there's so many events that young people know about than, us old people really don't think about.
What's this us stuff?
It's a team, right?
Okay, yeah, it's us.
All right.
It's hard to believe that you guys are as old as you are. You don't feel it. I know, but
No, we don't.
Well,
I do feel it. I don't want to be it. But
Well,
I do. I think we do.
My
feel it.
beautiful wife keeps me young.
well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm
So-
not sure how that works. I got a beautiful wife.
And she keeps you young.
Well, she watches me fall asleep at 8 o'clock in my chair.
And that's after you woke up 15 minutes earlier, right?
Something along the lines of, "Hey, you're snoring too loud. I can't hear the TV."
Oh, I get that sometimes as well.
Well, you get that from everybody. It doesn't matter.
Hey, you
Big,
snore
we're
too
doing the
loud, we
show.
can't.
Wake up.
Yeah, exactly.
It's incredible. So what with this YP coming out now? I'm sure they're going to have like new. Can you give us an insight of what they're going to do? What kind of events? Because the younger generation, more
Car washes, cornhole
Yeah, but
events.
we've done the car washes, and I know there's more for the cornhole. But where they have to be a certain kind of area. The
Young people look better in bikinis, though.
Well,
I guess.
one of our board members owns a Ford Mach 10 quarter-mile race car.
Oh, nice.
And it's a beautiful car. And he goes to car shows every weekend. And once a month, there are big meets at the drag strip. We're going to get our YP board out there with our tent and our brochures and
That is awesome.
and circulate amongst the crowd. That's one thing.
We've done that in Florida.
Have you?
The Florida chap. They have Greg Wise, as a matter of fact.
Yes.
One of the guys that does our audio video stuff for us. He belongs to one of those clubs, the classic cars. And every month they choose a new charity, and the Folds of Honor was chosen. They raise
Cool.
money for that. So that's a neat way to tap into new stuff. But
Well, I think the Folds of Honor story is very simple. The mission is very simple, I should
Yes.
say. And everybody understands it. Everybody sees the need. And quite honestly, no one has ever said no when the
No.
mission is explained. And that's a very gratifying thing.
And when we were talking earlier, I don't know if you heard about Big Shirt. That's the new American Volition. And we had their president on, and their mission and only mission that they have is to be the #1 donator for the Folds of Honor.
Well, that's cool.
So and they have it in all kinds of everything. Baseball, they've tapped into all kinds of sports.
Yeah.
And what is it? 13%, right?
13% of everything that they.
13%.
It could be whatever sport or whatever brand they're
Yes.
supporting. And a lot of people think that Volition America is just Puma. It's not.
No, it's not.
They
It's
have branched out
Revo,
to
Wilson Baseball.
Yes.
They have so many other companies that are joining on board and signing on to donate and help and make sure. And we're hoping, we're seeing Folds of Honor on ketchup. You're seeing them on bottles of wine. You're seeing them on veggie strips. You're seeing them everywhere in your local supermarket, in your stores. and we're hoping to see them everywhere. And hopefully some of the vendors out here that are local to New Mexico will
Right.
join on board and do it as well.
One of the biggest sponsors, and it's been a sponsor since the inception of the thing, is Budweiser.
Yes.
Yes.
And the Budweiser has encouraged all of their distributors, like Premier here in Albuquerque, to donate product, to hold fundraisers. We've got their tents going up out on the golf course today. They gave us cerveza and
Cerveza.
Seltzer.
seltzer. And one of the interesting things and compassionate things that Budweiser's done is they sponsor a number of scholarships every year. And it's not just sending a young person to school. When they graduate, Budweiser gives them a job and a career for life if they choose to do it. So that's a huge program for Folds of Honor. And we're so gratified that there's beer on the golf course today, thanks to them. And there are scholarships all over the country. So they're a great company to work with.
One of the things I want to bring up with Budweiser, and Bill, I don't know if you've seen it this past weekend, to honor everyone
9/11
that died for 9/11 for Patriot Day.
It was the 20-year anniversary, and they made that new commercial.
And they
with
had
Clydesdales.
the Clydesdales.
Yes.
And the Clydesdales stopped just right where you could see Manhattan, downtown New York, and they did a bow. The Clydesdales did.
Yeah.
It was really moving. It gave me
respects to the fallen.
goosebumps. Yeah.
It is, it's the thing. That's one thing about us. I mean, we when times like that, we stick together, man. But I couldn't even believe it's 20 years since that happened. 20 years. It baffles me how fast time has gone.
Yeah, I know. It's we had a service at Faith Lutheran Church, church we go to, where one of the survivors of the Pentagon 9/11 came and spoke about the experience. He was right next to the impact area, and he picked up a little PTSD himself. He's a retiring next month brigadier general who was a base commander here at Kirtland Air Force Base. And he said what he goes to sleep with every night is the sound of the jet engine on that airplane as it was about to hit the Pentagon, and then the jolt. He hears that in his head nonstop.
Yeah.
And that's what he lives with.
Yeah, it
And
is still.
he spoke about that, and the life after was something else. His wife was at home. She didn't know whether he was alive or not. This was 20 years ago, the inception of mobile phones, cell phones.
Yeah.
The network, first thing that goes down is the phone when you need it. And he couldn't phone home because no phones in the Pentagon were working.
Right.
Yeah.
So he walked to a metro station, and that's where he had parked that morning, got in his truck and drove home. And his wife had collapsed on the floor when he walked in the door.
Because you just didn't know.
Because she didn't know.
Yeah,
No.
you just didn't. And being in New York at the time and having so many of family members and brothers and sisters from law enforcement and all around the country, they were there. Everybody was there, and you just didn't know. I even my mom, she was gone we didn't hear from her for over 2 days. So you just don't know, times like that, what's going to happen, how it's happening. So we got to make sure when I support our troops, they're out there fighting for us every day. There are no holidays in the military. You got to do what you have to do. They're serving our country, and that's what this is about.
Well, speaking of serving our country, Colonel Quick, how can people, regular Americans, civilians, support and serve the Folds of Honor?
Foldsofhonor.org. Pull it up on Google. There are all kinds of ways to get involved. There are 30 chapters in the United States. We're one of them that represents an entire state. Other chapters are regional, like there are 3 chapters in Texas. There are all kinds of ways to get involved. And it does boil down to what we're doing here today, and that's to generate the funds necessary to support our military families.
Yeah.
And just go to the website, find your state in a chapter. There's contact information. There's also a donate button, little red button that's on every page. Hit that if you want to directly help. That's the best way to do it. And then just ask some questions, send an email, and somebody will be knocking on the door. That's how we ended up with our young board members. We saw a Folds of Honor t-shirt on Justin in a social event, and Shayna went over, my daughter, your wife, and said, "Why are you wearing that shirt?" And the story unfolds. He was in Texas. He was involved in a golf tournament. Now he's the president of our young board.
There you go.
What a great thing.
See, from a outing to president.
How about that?
You can't beat that.
Yeah, Shayna's so shy and retiring.
Yep. Yeah.
There she is.
There she is.
That was a single finger salute she gave us.
You're number one.
Number one.
All right. Well, Colonel Quick, thank you so much for joining us here on BiGG's Golf Talk once again. And we certainly wish you nothing but the best of luck today. And hopefully today will be a record day of raising the most funds yet so far for Folds of Honor in New Mexico.
It'll be a great day. Thanks for the time you've given us.
Thank you.
More BiGG's Golf Talk coming your way. Coming up is the Golf Pro from here at Paradise Hills to tell us what people can expect, Bill, the GolfFather Cuebas.
What can they expect
when they go out on the golf course and what type of course they're going to be taking on?
Well, we're going to hit the streets for the tacos.
We want the street tacos.
Street tacos. You got to hit the street.
More BiGG's Golf Talk coming your way right after this.
Vibracore? Vibracore. That's pretty cool.
It's injected? It's injected.
Vibracore. I feel the vibe. I'm feeling it.
So what is it?
The best feeling and longest times you'll ever hit.
Is that Bernhard? Oh, great. Langer.
You know why I play Tour Edge? Because I win with it.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
Do you have what it takes? The United States Golf Challenge, sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka, is searching for amateurs of all skill levels to play for Team USA and compete against an international field in the King's Cup, a 54-hole match play event at Glasson Golf Club in Athlone, Ireland. When you win your flag at the USGC King's Cup National Championship, you become a part of Team USA at the King's Cup in the spring of 2022. The road to the King's Cup begins with a national qualifier. Learn more at usgolfchallenge.com for all the details.
You've heard me talk about Squares golf shoes and how they help you hit the golf ball further. And many of you are saying, oh, come on, Faldo, give us a break. How is that possible? But yes, they do. And it's proven with science.
What we noticed with the Square shoes was the shoe keeps the pressure in a more stable fashion towards the inside of the trail heel, allowing pressure to get to the lead side, generating much more club and speed and distance gain.
Visit squares.com. Change your shoes, change your game. Squares, the distance golf shoe.
Welcome back to BiGG's Golf Talk, BGT TV. As you can see, it's lightening up.
Oh, yes. You could almost see me if I wasn't wearing this black jacket because I'm cold.
He's cold.
Yes.
It's a little chilly.
It's a little chilly.
In Albuquerque, New Mexico at 6 a.m.
Yes, it is.
It's only 67 degrees.
67 cold degrees.
Well, I'll tell you what, folks, I wish you could see right now to the right side of us
the
mountain, and the sun is coming up, and what a beautiful. You cannot see a better sunrise
or sunset.
Oh, yeah, even sunset here in New Mexico, because everything is so elevated that you could just look across, and we're about to see the sun come over the mountain, and it's just a fabulous thing. I've posted pictures on social media when I'm at the ballpark, and you could just see the mountain and see the sun come. Yesterday, I posted one.
Yeah.
And it's just a fabulous,
beautiful
fabulous
pictures.
View. Yes.
It almost makes you look like you know what you're doing. Almost. It's close.
Well, we were supposed to have
the
Golf Pro for Paradise Hills on the show, but he's very busy.
Or no, what he said was
actually he's sending us the best.
He said he was going to send us the best because he had a face for radio and a voice for he didn't know what.
And we have a beautiful lady that's going to be joining us.
Yes.
And she has a face for TV.
Well, we're on
she's
TV.
better looking than both of us put together.
Lucky for her, we're on TV. So, yeah, we are. We are. You can't see it, but we're on we're live. So, yeah, we're on TV. But which one are we giving her? This one?
There you go. Yep.
She's in front.
Marianne Baca is joining us here. She's the general manager for Paradise Hills here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And Marianne, welcome into BiGG's Golf Talk.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. Holy cow, is this a beautiful thing? We're on stage right now under this beautiful tent that probably, I don't know how many people it can host, but it seems like it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Beautiful views to our right. the golf course behind us.
Yep.
Tell us all about what Paradise Hills is.
Well, Paradise Hills is a privately owned public golf course. We are open to anybody 24/7 every day of the week. We have 18 holes, and we also have a large restaurant venue. So our bar and restaurant venue has over 64 TVs.
Delicious food.
Thank you.
I have been here multiple times, and delicious. Staff is very friendly.
Thank you.
You had them at food.
The food is good. We have football specials, weekly specials, everything to try and give somebody a place on the west side to try and get out of this COVID kind of mess that we're in.
What side do we live on?
I live on the Northeast Heights side.
I say we because
He thinks it's his house. My house is his house.
his house is my house.
But we're not far from the Northeast Heights.
No,
not at all.
We've been here. I've golfed here.
It's
Yes.
straight
We're
across.
not here just because of the show. We've golfed here before. We come
Thank
out
you.
here. Our boy Roro lives out in this area as well. What is he, about 8 minutes
Richard
away?
Ronald Sanchez. Yeah.
He's a few
He's
minutes
5
away.
minutes away from here.
5
We are
minutes? Okay.
continually striving to do something different here to try and make this a better place, a better location.
I was going to say, you guys have done a lot of renovation here. With the
very
bar
beautiful.
grill area, you have a nice outdoor area that people can eat in. But not only that, but you've expanded the parking lot. You kind of working on. I don't know if it's completed yet or not, but the 10th tee box is being worked on.
It's close. It's close. We have over the last 3 years, we've had a new owner for the last 3 years. We have worked on at least something all the time. There is always something going on. Right now, our 10th tee box is almost complete. They're finishing the landscape around it. And we're just going to keep working on leveling off tee boxes, making it more accessible for women golfers, kid golfers, the entire family, redoing our driving range. And along with that, we're working on xeriscaping. Xeriscaping is the big thing, just because of the water and the usage that we require through the city. It's actually the water authority. They're working closely with us to try and enable us to get as much xeriscaping done as efficiently and as price effective as we can.
Now, I got a question for you.
Okay,
You guys are improving all the time. People want to golf all year round, right?
absolutely.
Do you have like simulators coming in? Do you have anything special going on?
The
that
golf
people-
course is open year
I
round.
understand that.
People could golf every day. Why do they need simulators?
Because did you see me in this coat?
That's you.
That's right. That's me.
That's not Albuquerque.
But they want my money too. So what I'm saying is, like, for warm-blooded people like me, that once it hits, what is my
It's a
limit?
beautiful morning.
It's about once it hits like 45 degrees, I don't want to golf outside.
It's 60 degrees this
I
morning.
Even when the
understand that.
sun's out, we have beautiful sun here.
Yes.
300 and almost 60 days a year, we have sunshine.
Yes.
I'm not gonna.
You don't
thank
have to
you.
be here
Thank
at
you,
6
Marianne,
in
for
the
putting him in
morning,
his place.
But by 12 noon, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we still have great weather.
Okay, I'm gonna drink my coffee now.
But I
What
do
is-
have 4 golf professionals that are willing to give lessons and work with any
Do you
level
have
of
lessons indoor and outdoor, or just outside?
outdoor.
Outdoor. Did you have sim machines, whatever machines, all kinds of machines, any machines?
We don't have machines,
machines yet?
but I will reach out to our owner and let him know that
Let him know.
machines are the way to go.
Machines are the way, and we know a few people. We know a few people. They want, you know what it is? You put one inside that over there in that corner over there, and then while people drink, you bring those lovely wings that you have and all that food over there, and people just stay over there, and you just keep feeding
One
them.
of the things I do want to say is with the 10th tee box, by the way, come now because the 10th hole is a par 4 and it's drivable at this moment.
At this moment, are you changing it?
It is not changed. It's the same. It just has a little bit of a different direction on it, but it is the same yardage.
Are you
Yeah.
making it harder for guys? Not like we're gonna hit the green. Let's get that straight. He said it's drivable, but not by us. So are you guys making it more challenging by
No, they're
moving this
just
box?
there's going to be another tee box behind the tee box that's currently hit in front.
What's your current yardage right now?
You can't ask me questions like that. I run the golf.
She's
pro.
the general manager.
I am not the golf pro, but I
Oh.
do have golf pros that know all of that. I
Okay.
have maintenance.
Well,
I rely on.
I
have
believe
a
it's
lot of
like
help.
280 yards right now.
280?
Yes.
Okay, if we hit a sprinkler head, we can get it there. Why are you laughing at me, young lady?
Because sprinkler heads work. That's a good thing to look for.
Sprinkler heads, extra golfers. Boop. Oh, it's on the green.
Marianne, let me ask you this, because what I'm finding now, I come from the Midwest where majority of the golf courses are privately owned. They're not owned by a city. I mean, there's municipal courses, but not owned by Indian reservations. What I'm finding when I moved to New Mexico is there's not a whole lot of private owned courses in New Mexico. How many golf courses do you think is privately owned here in the Albuquerque area?
One, us.
Yes.
Wow.
We are the only privately owned golf course.
Private,
but
and
open
public.
to the public. We do
And
not.
which is cool.
We
which
don't
is
have
really
to
good. You don't
have
have to work.
members that.
No city council.
No, we don't have to go through the city. We don't have to have
Right.
a management company. We don't have to have separate laws. But we do have all the challenges with a full liquor license, a full facility, everything else that goes with it.
That's awesome. I like this course. I
Thank
enjoyed playing here. I'll give you my list of demands next time. 'Cause
Okay.
You're the general manager. Maybe I have to go up a little bit because I don't know. Because you weren't working with me really well, and my feelings were hurt just a little bit. Because
I'm sorry.
Well,
we want to take care of
I-
everybody that comes out
well,
here.
you don't have to take
That's
care of him.
just the machines.
You don't have to take care of him.
Okay.
Don't ever agree with him.
Let me know when you're coming.
Okay.
But that means you need to come out once a week like everybody else.
Yeah.
Okay. We could do that. I think we did. Well, I had fun.
And I'll
Did you
tell
watch football? Did you come out here for our opening football?
A couple of weeks ago, I
No.
golfed out here, and the course is in fantastic shape.
Yes. It's beautiful out here. It really
Thank
is.
you.
I love coming out to the courses in New Mexico because each one is so different. Whether you're looking from what side, the mountain views that you guys have and everything, it's just unique.
Thank
And
you.
every time you go, it's something different. You think you can, it's going to be this. It's not the same. It really isn't. It's always a little bit different. And I'm a better photographer than him. Just saying that out there.
Well, you have mountains, and if you're on the 10th tee box and you turn around,
You get to see
have-
mountains.
You're in the. It's the best picture you have.
I got my mountain with me.
Derek Holmes, checking in on YouTube right now, watching us on YouTube TV. He says, use everything on the course to your advantage.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You like that, Derek, right? I said use the sprinkler head, use somebody's head. It doesn't matter. Anything to get to that green is perfect. You see?
Absolutely.
Marianne, and I don't know if this is a question that you can answer or not, but
She
the
can.
signature hole here at Paradise Hills.
Come on, you got this. Go, girl. Come on.
She's happy.
Okay, let me ask, we'll put you. What's your favorite hole on the golf
Well,
course?
don't forget, I'm not the golfer that everybody else is around here.
Okay.
So
You're better?
No, by far, I have a really nice set
Are you
of
a scratch
clubs.
golfer?
I am not.
I'm a scratch golfer.
I
scratch
like
my
the
head.
par threes because I can feel like I've accomplished something on
Really?
those par threes. Absolutely.
All right. Well, we appreciate you and that you like the fact there's par threes. And I want something challenging. Don't you want to be challenged?
Then go to number 12. It's the challenge.
That's what
It is.
Oh,
Yes, it
she
is.
didn't even. She's like, whoa, there.
Hole
Go
number-
to number 12.
You know what? Hole 18 is no joke either.
I don't
Hole
know.
18.
Oh, I remember 18. That's the one.
That's that
the-
hard
yes.
dog leg, yes.
I
It's
remember
a
that.
dog leg and it challenges. Everybody tries. We used to have a lake there, which was a substantial 10 million gallons of water was going through that thing in a year. So we
Wow.
don't have a lake anymore. It is a dry lake. We are looking to, in the future, changing it to some kind of a small, very small water feature.
Mhm.
But people try and drive that lake and go through it, and their ball is in the lake.
I know water really well.
It's there.
Water is my friend. Every time I say, "Oh, there's no water," there's no water. I find the water.
It's water.
Yeah.
It's hidden, but it's water.
I find it.
What's the expected pace here at Paradise Hills?
4.5
play.
hours. An
4.5.
average golfer, 4.5 to 5 hours. We have golfers that are out here first thing, when the sun comes up is our first tee time, and they're out of here in 3.5 hours.
And we know Rangers do their job. We know that firsthand.
I wasn't gonna bring that up. You really went. I was hoping you didn't go there.
Well,
I'm just gonna say this: we love the course, we love everybody, but we only had one hiccup,
one hiccup only.
and we won't hold it against you.
No,
One of your
I still love the course.
Yeah, one of your Rangers decided to come to us and tell us that we were slow. How long did we finished in record pace?
Under 4 hours.
Under 4 hours, 4 of us, and he actually came to us and said that we were slow.
What time were you playing?
It was mid-afternoon.
Mid-afternoon. There was nobody behind us.
Well, I apologize for that.
No, you don't have to apologize.
But I
for us.
will let you know.
And I tell you, I did have a conversation, and I don't think it was you that I had a conversation with. It was the pro shop manager, and I had a conversation with them, and they were very apologetic about it.
Yeah, we didn't understand that. We're like, huh? Where are the other people? Nobody near us.
The only thing I can remind people of is they are volunteers.
Yes.
They work here out of the goodness of their heart, trying to help us.
Do you give them free golf?
They get a trade-off for
Okay,
every.
I want to trade.
So if you
It's a
want to start
barter.
working here as a course marshal or any of those positions,
That's how they do it. Yep.
They work 5-hour shifts
Mhm.
and they get a round of golf from us.
I'll do it.
It includes a cart.
And breakfast or lunch?
No, sir. It includes
Come
range balls.
on.
It includes half off on your meals. I still
Oh,
have a
okay.
facility to run.
Okay, I'll pay half. like
While
it.
you're on the clock, we try and do the best we can with them, and that's a lot of shifts.
Yeah. No, that's
I mean, our
what
first
they
tee
do.
time right now is 6:30 in the morning, and our last tee time, they can still come out here at 6:30 and try and get in 9 holes.
Wow.
Sunset right now is about 8 o'clock. So
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's good.
I noticed that last night. I was like, oh my God, it is really fall.
it is dark. It is dark.
It is, but it's beautiful.
Thank you.
I was looking like when I got here this morning, it was 4:45. I got here, and it's actually the first time that at that time of the hour here in New Mexico, I just looked up and all you could see was the stars, and I was like, wow, the last time I saw stars was when we were in with Robert in New
Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
One of our sponsors, Squares Golf.
We were looking at the star. I love stars. I love looking at the sky. I'm from New York. When you looked up, you saw smog. I was like, "Where's the stars?" Nah.
Well,
that's
when
a
there's no
building.
wildfires and all like that.
Exactly.
I mean, right now there's a little haze. We're getting some,
Yeah,
but
there's a haze.
It's still going to be a beautiful, beautiful day, and that's one thing about Albuquerque. When it's clear,
Yep.
it is absolutely probably one of the most beautiful cities
It really is.
in the country.
We're very fortunate. Very fortunate.
And now that I know that you're privately, publicly, and everything else in between, I'm going to come more.
Well, we appreciate that.
And I'm going to give you 5 hours so I can golf and get half a meal and everything else. And I'll be diligent. I'm going to harass everybody right when they're shooting or hitting their shots. I'll be, hey, bang, I'm going to walk around to
Well,
the horn.
hopefully they'll take good care of you. We'll take good care of you.
You always
And
take
we
good
would
care.
love to have you.
We're going to be here.
Jason Fuller checking in on Facebook. Freedom isn't free. Just finished up my unit's field training exercise at Camp Grayling. Miss you guys. You matter to me. Well, Jason,
Absolutely.
thank you so much for your service, and we appreciate it. Marianne, what does it mean to Paradise Hills to have a foundation such as the Folds of Honor here today?
We are incredibly blessed and honored to be able to host this tournament, to be able to give the facility to these guys, to help them in any way we possibly can. They are a tremendous group. They have worked hand in hand with us to try and make this a by far best tournament of the year out here.
You are the best.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Marianne, thank you so much. How can people find out more information about Paradise Hills and what you guys have to offer? And folks, I'm telling you, when you play golf here, it is a must to have lunch, dinner,
Yes.
whatever the case, even if you don't golf.
And if you need 2 extra
I know
golfers,
people like my former boss, Dana Pappas, actually, she's just not a golfer, but loves the food at the office and came here actually at the office just to eat.
yeah.
True.
And at 5 o'clock in the morning, we were watching your TVs.
Our website is www.paradisehills with an S on the end .golf.
It is paradise, folks.
GOLF. And that's what we're all about. And yes, actually, Dana's father-in-law comes here and eats breakfast.
So you know
every
Dana.
single
Oh,
day.
look at that. Small world.
Tom will be here shortly eating breakfast every single day of the week. He is one of our
Wow.
regulars, and
You
he is
see
a
that?
great
You
guy.
know what? You're going to have to point him out to me because I want to take a picture because I don't know if you know, Dana moved to Indianapolis.
I do, and he was very hurt. I
And so
can
was he.
honestly say that he said they abandoned me. They're moving to Illinois.
Most people want to move closer to their parents, not move in the other direction.
Well, she was offered a position with National Federation of High School Scholastic Association, and couldn't. Yeah, I'll tell you
Couldn't
what,
give it
she's actually going to be looking out for New Mexico officials
That's
at a
awesome.
national level
Correct.
because
Yeah.
she is the director of officials for NFHS. I'm actually the
You
varsity.
almost cried. People can't see.
I
But
did,
We,
yeah.
we did a show, and he was saying, his thanks to her because he moved here from the Midwest, and she took him right in, and
She does a wonderful job.
Yeah, she
Fabulous
really
job.
does.
Great
Fabulous.
opportunity for her.
There's not very many people that he praises.
Well, she's one.
Yeah,
She
she
is
is
definitely one.
definitely
She's one,
one.
yeah.
He gave her a lot of praise. So yes,
I'm actually the varsity assigner for the Central Region. So,
that's how he knows her. Yeah.
and when I got the job and everything else, and when I moved here, her and Nate just took me right underneath their wings, and countless phone calls, countless texts, and then when I got hired as a
See the smile on
varsity
his face,
assigner,
right? He talks to her. He's glowing.
yeah,
Yes.
Look at him.
I mean she's very special to me.
Well, Tom will be here. He's here by 10 o'clock every morning.
All right.
and
I'll have to
I'll make
text
sure
her a
he says
picture
hello
saying,
to you.
just met your dad.
Just met your dad.
Father-in-law.
Father-in-law. Okay.
Well,
Father-in-law.
close.
There you
Well,
go.
just
Father,
don't wanna
father-in-law.
get him in trouble.
We won't get him in trouble. Nope, he won't be in trouble.
Thank you for having me. We appreciate
Thank you,
everything
Mary
you're
Ann.
doing out here.
We appreciate you. Thank you for being on.
More Big Golf Talk coming your way right after this.
I've been a fan of the Elixir since it came out, and it does exactly what I need to do. Long off the tee, holds a lot of greens. I can easily spin it with the wedges. Performs very well, okay? When the new ball came out, the Vero X1, I was skeptical because they say it's longer off the tee, but usually that means it's a harder cover. Well, it's not a harder cover. It's just as spinny as the Elixir, but it just pounces off the face. It is amazing. So I highly recommend it if you're looking for an extra couple yards off the tee and still want that same spin number that you get in your wedges and your irons and everything else. It is an awesome ball. Team Encore. See that? Got me for life.
For more information, their website is www.encoregolf.com, and be more with Encore.
Having a corporate or charity golf event? Backswing Golf Events can supply your tournament with personable, professional golfers to entertain and fundraise on the golf course. They can accommodate any size group, whether it be 3 players to 500. They are your team. From range lessons, Beat the Pro, and Pro-Am style roaming, they're making lasting memories one swing at a time. So make sure to check out backswinggolfevents.com or call us direct at 661-316-3093 and book your pros now.
Welcome back to Big's Golf Talk, BGT TV, right here on YouTube and Facebook Live. And Saturday on Native Family Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all your Alexa devices.
Before we forget,
Yes.
we should hit the button.
We should hit the button?
Yeah.
Now you tell me. You could tell me these things during a commercial break.
I was going to tell you during that.
Well, what do you want me to do?
I want you to hit the button.
What?
Hit the button.
The button?
The button.
Phrase of the week.
Did you hear that? Nope, we didn't hear him because his mic isn't on.
Phrase of the week.
Let's make it New Mexico.
New Mexico is the phrase of the week.
The phrase that pays. If you want to enter the contest, New Mexico.
Big John Quick along with Bill the GolfFather Cuebas. And we are live at Paradise Hills in Albuquerque, New Mexico for the Folds of Honor Patriot Shootout.
Yes.
And we had somebody else checking in. And Jared says, Dana, NMOA? Yes.
Yes.
NMOA.
That is the one and only.
New Mexico Officials Association.
Yep. That's the
organization I'm a part of.
That's the one that made him cry twice.
Yeah, it made me cry twice, including today.
You see how choked up he gets when he talks about her?
Earlier on, we talked with retired Colonel.
Yep.
Air Force fighter pilot, James Quick.
And we will return his hat later. He left us a gift of his hat.
And earlier he had talked about the new addition to these chapters.
Yes.
The YP board.
YP.
And my wife, Shayna, met this young man at Twin Peaks and seen that he was wearing a shirt, and it was a Folds of Honor shirt.
Yes.
And she was with some friends, and she says,
hold on.
What?
Let him tell the story.
All right.
Come on, man. Everybody wants to hear your voice. Let him tell what happened. Go ahead.
Joining us here on the stage is Justin. And Justin, welcome into BiGG's Golf Talk.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
All right. Yeah, you heard him telling his side of the story. Tell us your side of the story.
So great story. My wife and I out running errands in town here in Albuquerque. Swing by Twin Peaks to get lunch and grab a little libation, you know. So we walk in the door, and lo and behold, this short blonde lady comes up and damn near tackles me.
That sounds about right.
Caught me by surprise.
You're gonna volunteer.
Caught me by surprise, but
folks, he is not joking. She said just about tackle. Nope,
yeah, so
he is not lying.
We started speaking. She asked where I bought the shirt. Just moved here from Texas, bought it at a marina over there. So tackles me. We start talking, chatting. She comes over, gives me a card. Before I knew it, she shot me an email and said, "Hey, let's meet up for lunch. I want you to meet my parents." So I met, retired Colonel Jim and his wife Pat. So kind of the rest is history from there. And here we are today, just being a part of a great organization.
Yeah. Well, so we got to give a shout out to Twin Peaks.
Actually, big Twin Peaks shout out.
Yeah, because they do a lot for BiGG's Golf Talk.
Lizzie does a great job.
She really does. Yeah. She's always supporting the Folds of Honor, always around. So big shout out to Twin Peaks and Lizzie Knox and the rest of her crew. All right,
Jason, you go from supporting the Folds of Honor in indirect way and in Texas, and you come here, you find out now there's a New Mexico chapter, and so you're actually supporting Folds of Honor on a national level, and here you are now the president of the YP board. You go from 0 to 100,
almost to 100, right?
Yeah.
No, it's something great to be involved with, a great organization, and when you meet these guys and gals out here doing this, just an outstanding group of people, and it makes you feel like, why wouldn't you, right? It's not a I got to do it, it's an I get to do it, right?
Yes.
So very, very fortunate to come out here and be able to do this with these people.
Yeah. Now you
and what a great cause too, you know.
It really is. Now I think you and your wife both have served.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. We were both in the Army.
Give us some of that. In the Army?
So we were both in the Army. I was in from 2005 to 2012.
Okay.
Deployed twice out of Fort Riley, Kansas. My wife was in as well as a medic, and she deployed as well out of Kansas. That's kind of where we met. Followed her down to San Antonio.
Wait, you followed a woman? No way.
I did.
Come on.
Absolutely.
Hey, BiGGs.
Yeah, I did it too.
He followed a woman. Okay.
Trying to get out of the Midwest. Ended up in Texas.
He got out of the Midwest too. Hey, Midwest.
Yeah,
so Wisconsin cheese country in Chicago. Where are you from?
And
I'm from Alabama originally.
Okay.
We were in Kansas.
And I never looked back.
And then ended up over here in Albuquerque, which was kind of a hard transition, but we're learning to love it.
I'm finding there's a lot of people have transferred to Albuquerque. Really, not a whole lot of people grew up here, but a lot of people have moved here.
Right.
You know, but
yeah, it kind of grows on you.
It does.
It does. Absolutely.
It really does. I think it's because of the views, the sun, the way it sets, the way it rises.
It's the weather for me.
I mean, you can almost get a full 4 seasons really, really quick here. It's
what was it? 59 degrees last night. It's gonna be 92 today.
Yes.
It's hard to find that anywhere else.
No, you really can't, because like in Florida, you get hot, swampy,
hot again,
and more hotter again. Yeah. So it's kind of different, and you will get that occasional 35 degrees, and everybody doesn't know how to drive.
Really quick. Greg Wise checking in. Good morning from Florida.
Good morning, Mr. Greg from
Greg and
Florida,
Beverly, watching us on Facebook Live currently, and Greg Wise is responsible for what you see on the table here.
And Beverly, we can't forget Beverly, his wife. Thank you, Beverly, for watching. Greg, I don't like you. You know what I hate? I'm going to tell you what I do. Every time I call my phone, I was like, call Greg Wise. And it bothers me because I don't ever want to call Greg Wise.
Never want to call Greg.
I don't want. Greg is not wise. He is not a wise man. Greg, you're not a wise man. So I had to change my phone because it was actually annoying me that I said, call Greg Wise. He was like, call Greg Wise.
Dare I ask what you changed it to?
No.
Okay. All right.
That's a different show.
Justin, let me ask you something. The YP board, very new to Folds of Honor. What do you guys have planned for the YP board to support the Folds of Honor?
Yeah, so there's other chapters around that we're going to reach out to for some support, try to figure out, what events they do. We've got some great things. The rest of the board, I believe, is here as well. So we're going to get some bourbon tastings together, some good fundraising events.
Nice.
Just try to.
You like bourbon?
I love bourbon.
I know that. I thought that's what he
makes
drinks.
3 of us.
Wait,
so we're gonna.
Who's the 3 of us? I don't drink.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
Change that up a little.
Change
bit.
that up. Well, it was 2.5 of you guys.
No,
I'll
just-
watch. I'll smell it. How's that?
Yeah, just some new and exciting things. Try to re-energize what's already been established through the great work with these people. Just try to find some new ways to bring some younger professionals and folks into the mix and have a great time and
cigar smoke
and raise some funds for the organization while doing it.
Cigars, yeah.
That would be cool.
So you're in for that. All right.
Sign me up.
Okay. We're in for that.
You guys drink the bourbon. We'll smoke us a stove.
I like
There you
it.
go. I like that a lot. Go ahead, Mr. Biggs.
Now, I mean, with this and the planning and all that stuff, how many people are currently on the board right now?
So currently we have 5.
Okay.
But we're always actively recruiting, looking to find some other young professionals to come join us and help throw some energy.
Who's the 5? Give a shout out.
So it's myself.
You're the president. All hail the chief. Go ahead.
My wife, Barbara.
What does Barbara do?
Barbara is kind of a silent role at the moment. She's got other things going on with her career. So we've got Mike Parrott, Lindsey Berger, and Will Finch as well. So
cool.
Just kind of a group of us got together and just ready to have a good time and raise some money doing it.
Nice. That's what it's about. It's about getting together, thinking outside the box.
Yep, absolutely.
To help grow, especially I think one of the
well, you didn't catch one of those names, by the way. You didn't hear that name,
Burger,
Lizzie
Berger
from Twin Peaks.
Oh, and Lizzie Schofield.
Yes.
Yeah,
oh,
I apologize.
That's a different one. That's another one. He
Oh.
has 6.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it because he didn't say it.
Oh,
Very spaced out there for a moment.
He
Y'all
did.
don't judge me. Don't judge me.
I won't judge you. He was just throwing it up. I was like, okay, we just gave a shout out to her a little while ago.
We call out.
No, it's good because you need people that are out there that are a younger generation that are going out there that are professionals because we don't know what the new generation is going to do.
Really quick, Richard Ronald Sanchez. Let me give a couple shout outs here. Richard Ronald Sanchez, good morning, PGT TV. See you soon. Richard Ronald Sanchez.
He's on his way here to golf.
Yes, he is.
He's on his way, but he's
I like
right.
it.
Stop
I like
watching. Get over here quick.
Michael Smith, have a great tourney, guys. Dagger and I did Folds of Honor Polo and Indy Friday. Be safe.
There he goes.
There you go.
Well, tell him the burritos are almost ready, so better get on over.
Richard Ronald Sanchez, breakfast burritos are being served.
Get on
Bruce Pulver checking in from Tennessee. Hey guys, great morning to you.
I don't want to correct you because then you say I'm picking on you, but Bruce is from Atlanta. He's from
That's what I said. Bruce from Atlanta is checking in.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said. Atlanta, Tennessee. Yeah. And Mr. Greg Wise, I just want you to know that my phone hasn't stopped vibrating in my pocket because of you. Thank you very much. And no, I do not say call Greg dumb. I do not do that, sir. I'm not going to tell you what I tell it, but it's not Mr. Wise anymore. So
a whole different show.
It's a whole different show. We'll talk about that tomorrow, maybe.
Justin, let me ask you, are you guys planning on doing events year round? Is you guys going to take just, kind of break it up seasonal or?
We are. We're planning on doing different events for different seasons. As we said, kind of a new board. We're getting ourselves together, our identity. But we've had a lot of great ideas, a lot of spitballing going on so far. Great group.
What's your greatest idea that you've had right now?
The bourbon tasting.
Well, I like the bourbon tasting.
And bourbon. So.
I like bourbon. I like the golf. I like the cigar. What I mean, okay, they're saying 45 and under for you guys, for the young people. I mean, we're not
professionals.
Young professionals. We're not far off from that. Are we professional?
No.
Okay, so we're not professional.
At least
we're close.
Not even close.
We're
At least
close
we
in
admit
it.
it.
Okay, so we're not close, to the professional side. Who are you guys targeting? I know if you can get yourself in the more people of higher power, that's key. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you want those. If you like yourself, you've served already, and that's key. We like I always tell people when you talk about the Folds of Honor, you just don't know. You don't know who you're speaking with. We met some fine people. We just came from another tournament, you don't know who has served, who isn't served, who you just might click with that right person.
Right,
And next
right.
thing you know, you could just propel and open up all kinds of doors. Are you knocking on those doors, or are you just going word of mouth? How are you going to get the UYP out?
So
to
we're
people?
starting to explore other sponsorships. We're through our connections as young professionals, we found people who work for the forest department. We've found people who work for different organizations. Just kind of early stages, infancy, if you will.
Yeah.
But we're really looking to get out there and touch some new people.
I'm gonna give you one thing that you should go out and touch.
Throw it at me.
Albertsons. Go to Albertsons. Go to these Smiths. There's so many different supermarkets out here. In Florida, it's a huge roundup. I know Twin Peaks does it. Winn-Dixie does it where we're at. If you can get to these supermarkets, just even if they did it in 1 month.
Well, not only that, but go to these gas stations. Remember, I mean, you have Quick Trip in the South that that support Folds of Honor and has
Tulsa.
cups.
It started in a small spot.
Yeah,
I mean, you can just
like if you go to Mavericks or something like that,
it's going to take boots on the ground.
Yeah,
absolutely. A little bit of legwork getting out there, beating on doors.
I mean, I know we're too old to be,
Yeah, we're too old, and we're not professional.
Well, we use that term loosely.
Very loosely. That's a different show.
Joe Hill checking in here on YouTube.
Now, Joe is from Tennessee.
Good morning, my brothers. Have a blessed day in the Lord. God bless you, brother. Yes.
Always.
Amen. Amen.
Amen, Mr. Joe. So, yes. All right, we got a little bit of time.
Yes.
How do you
About
want
5
to
minutes.
part? You got 5 minutes. What do you want these people to know? Because this show we're gonna
and especially how can they get involved with
you guys?
We know that they can get involved directly or indirectly with Folds of Honor as a whole.
Yes.
But how they get involved with the YP board and YP program?
I would say reach out to your local chapter. Just talk to them, see if they have one established. I know for us, it's very new. Just get out and see what you can do. Even the smallest little bit of volunteering coming out for tournaments such as this, put a little bit of man hours, start there and talk to some of the people and see where you can go from there.
And you guys are going to have meetings once a month?
We're looking at once a month, possibly once a quarter, just depending on everybody's schedule.
Well, we know somebody you can talk to that have meetings. They're a great meeting place. Lizzie Schofield.
Yeah, not a bad place.
Not a bad place to go and break bread or that $1 million bacon.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because that's
nice little
corner.
round cube with some bourbon in it.
Hide out in the corner.
Oh man. Stop talking dirty. This is,
I know, right?
A PG show.
I got a golf in a minute here, sir.
And she has outdoor facilities where you can enjoy a good bourbon and cigar as well along with the food.
That's it.
I like that. That's good. And they do the corn. I mean, she's also for the cornhole tournament.
Bowling.
They do the wash. They do all kinds of stuff. So I want to see how we're going to have you on again.
Absolutely.
I say let's look.
Hey, I see some people from Temple Lodge 6 here. Woo!
There you go. So yeah, we're gonna have you on soon again, so we can see your progress, how far you guys have come, when you get your meetings out. Because we got lists. I mean, we got them all around the country, but you never know. We got some people that have their roots here that have moved and stuff like that. And there's always ways to help.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Word of mouth, wear a shirt. You see what you wore, Folds of shirt. We wear them all over the place, and people are like, what's that?
And you don't know until they ask.
And you don't know who's going to tackle you.
Absolutely. Careful if you wear them around town. All right.
Yep. And
she puts her knee into the neck and says, "You are volunteering." Yes. Say yes.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah.
My wife has good intentions. She's she wants to make sure that the Folds of Honor certainly keeps going and everything else, because
and that's what it's all about. That's what we're here for, is to help keeping that legacy alive and keep driving it on.
Absolutely. And that's how we do it, one day at a time. We're gonna just keep raising money. Who I've seen, we've been with part of it from almost the beginning, and watching the growth in these people. That yes, sir. Come, you want me to toss it to you?
There you go.
Thank you,
good
sir.
hands, sir. Good hands.
That these kids now that are growing, we know Greenie, his dad is behind the Folds. When Major Dan, Colonel Dan was on that plane, that his twin brother, which we know the Buckland family. We go to their tournaments. Yeah, at least every other year we try to make their tournament at Treetops. But you just don't know. And the thing is, we used to go with You Matter, but there was a military guy, because we always say, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service.
Right.
And he's like, why not ask him, how's your day? How's everything going?
Right. Well, along with when you're in a Walmart or wherever you are, in a
Yeah.
gas station or the case might be. Now, I have a habit. I explained this in the last live show.
Yeah.
I have a habit. I see somebody in their fatigues, their uniform and stuff, or I see a veteran hat or something like that, or whatever the case might be to indicate they have served.
Yep.
I typically go, thank you for your service.
Right.
And sometimes if I have the opportunity, pay for something that they're doing or and not even, don't want to acknowledge it, just do it. Right.
Absolutely.
But like Bill said in our last live show, this guy had something and really was some great advice. And we're going to repeat it here again on this show.
He's doing a documentary.
Yes. He's Kaysen is his name.
Yes, that's what I was just about to look up. Kaysen. He's doing a movie about veterans and stuff like that, and it makes sense. It's bringing out because of the PTSD that the soldiers are coming back with, and they're not getting the proper treatment, and we're losing too many.
Right.
The 22, we don't even know if that's right now with what's going on with COVID and everything else. I don't even know if that 22 is increased or anything. We know 22 a day.
But think about how many times these guys probably hear that thank you. Certainly appreciate it, right?
And that's what he said.
But why not say thank you? How are you?
How you doing? Right.
Yeah. Because it makes it more personal. You just don't know. Smile at somebody, talk, just making that connection with somebody could help.
It means a lot. It's huge.
It really does. And that's what we're learning. We're learning that more and more, besides the fact that they matter and everything else, we can't let them because we're losing too many.
Absolutely.
Too many come home. My daughter served 4 terms. She's still in the military, in the Army. And my little one was in MEPS a week ago.
Oh, very nice.
And she swears in, and I think it's this week or next week, she'll swear into the Army as well. So,
as you know, it's ongoing, and that ongoing support is always needed.
Yeah. You just don't know. And I told him I joined the Folds of Honors because I never wanted to use them for my daughter when she would leave. I never wanted those services for the grandkids and stuff like that. So you have to do your part. It doesn't take much to help.
Nope.
And you don't. If you don't have money, time is priceless.
Time is invaluable.
Yes. So we love it. Anything else you have? You guys are going to be under the New Mexico chapter?
We are. Yeah.
So is there any way that the people out there listening can find the YP?
So we're getting put together on the website right now. We'll have contact information up shortly. Just getting our bios and information.
It's going to be newmexico.foldsofhonor.org.
Absolutely.
Okay. So go there, look for our new friend. You'll see him on again. Mr. Justin will be. I knew his name. I was just saying our new friend. You didn't even let me finish.
Give him a chance.
I'm sorry.
Give him a chance, bro. You know what it is? He's still thinking about that bourbon.
I got you. Got his head all messed up. I get it.
Right now, as cold as I feel, I need to shut up.
Warm up the soul.
Yes, it needs to warm my soul. So, all right, Biggs. Finish us up, baby.
Well, Justin, thank you so much for being on Biggs Golf Talk and BGT TV.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
We appreciate it. Certainly looking forward to what you guys are doing and being a part of it. So
absolutely.
Thank you.
And we're looking to a great event today and getting out there and hitting some golf balls
and making some money.
Making some money.
That's it, baby. There we go.
I appreciate y'all.
We appreciate
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you.
More Biggs Golf Talk coming your way right after this.
Look what I just ordered. This trip is going to be great.
Bring enjoyment back to your game with GolfKnickers.com. Traditional golf knickers in bold colors and plaids, all with same-day shipping. Over 100 different socks and matching sweaters. Perfect for corporate outings, weddings, and special events.
Thanks, GolfKnickers.com, for making our tournament such a success.
Make your experience memorable.
Best time ever.
Call today for a free catalog.
Have you heard of the fantastic new golf shoes which actually will help your game? Squares will help you improve your balance, stability, and give you more distance.
You want to work on your golf swing authentically? Do it from ground upwards. Change your shoes, change your game.
I did, and I gained 7 yards. These shoes are designed with the latest performance technology, and in testing, they're proven to help add distance. Just go to getsquares.com to find out more. Squares, the distance golf shoe.
Do you have what it takes? The United States Golf Challenge, sponsored by Tito's Handmade Vodka, is searching for amateurs of all skill levels to play for Team USA and compete against an international field in the King's Cup, a 54-hole match play event at Glasson Golf Club in Athlone, Ireland. When you win your flag at the USGC King's Cup National Championship, you become a part of Team USA at the King's Cup in the spring of 2022. The road to the King's Cup begins with a national qualifier. Learn more at usgolfchallenge.com for all the details.
Welcome back to BGT TV, BiGG's Golf Talk, right here on YouTube TV and on Facebook Live. Bill, the GolfFather Cuebas, that's him. I am Big John Quick, and joining us on the stage right now from the Rotary Club is Fred. Fred, welcome into BiGG's Golf Talk, my friend. I hope things are going well.
Yeah, it's we're getting quite a few people out here right now, so it looks like we're doing very well. It's going to be a good day.
Over 120 golfers. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Now, Fred, let me ask you, let's start off by talking about the partnership between the Rotary Club and Folds of Honor. How's that partnership going, and what does it mean to Rotary Club?
Well, of course, the Rotary Club, we're a community service, and we're out here to help different agencies, charities, and the like. And the Folds fits right into what we do. They're a 501c3. They're honorary, they're military. We have quite a few military people in our Rotary Club, so it's just a natural fit for us to be associated with the Folds of Honor. And the way the partnership works is we will do a lot to help them out. And then we also are working on a gala back in, it's going to be in February for the Folds, which we're going to do down at the hotel. I think it's one of the hotels in town. They don't give me all the details.
They'll be able to find out that information on foldsofhonor.org.
Yes, .org. Check them out.
But it's a good mix for us because, like I said, we are all military. We support the military, and the Folds of Honor is just one of the things that we really like to do.
Yep.
And it's kind of an honor for us.
That's awesome.
Now, Rotary Club is actually something national. Different cities have different chapters. Is that right?
Yes, we have right here in the Albuquerque, Rio Rancho area, we have 8 clubs. We have a downtown club, which is our largest club. It has about 175 members. We have 100 members in our club, and then we have some smaller clubs, Rio Rancho, Sunrise, and they all participate in the community. And we do a lot of, we just did a Navajo project where we went out and took food and clothing and stuff out to the Navajo Nation. So those are charity things that we do a lot. We last year, or this August, we give out $45,000 to 8 different charities in the area.
So, wow.
That's especially during this COVID time and everything, raising $45,000 to 8 charities is a lot of money.
Yeah, and really, it just doesn't really go that far.
No, it really and not today. It really doesn't. But can you imagine if they didn't have it?
Yeah,
and that's the problem. Yeah. I mean, people are in need, and organizations like yourself. That's what these people need to get that just over the hump. Sometimes getting over that hump is huge.
Yeah. And most of our donations, say a charity will come to us and offer us we'll say, okay, what do you need? And they may need a vehicle. They may need computers. They may need something. So, and right now we are doing a backpack program for the Mazzano Middle School. And we do 70 backpacks a week.
No, wow.
And-
Yeah,
and
that's
we
nice.
take
That's
'em,
incredible. What
and
kind of stuff you look for?
We fill them full of food for a week. So the kids get a
Wow.
backpack for that weekend.
And it's full of food.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking school supplies. That's even better.
No.
Food.
So
Cool. It's awesome.
Now, how can people find out more information about Rotary Club and what they do and all that stuff and support the Rotary Club? How can people support the Rotary Club?
How can
folks- people support them?
How they? Oh,
Yeah, can
okay.
support you.
Yeah, my hearing aids are hurting.
That's okay.
Basically, they can support us by attending our different charity events, our different
Yeah.
our fundraising events, which we do, ALS, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That week, yeah.
Mhm.
So that's the biggest support. Or they can join a Rotary Club, or if they don't feel like joining a Rotary Club, when we have a project, we encourage people that are not Rotarians to come out.
Yeah.
And just enjoy the day and help us out.
Nice.
So just like today.
Like
we have-
today. Look at all those golfers out
Yes.
there signing up, getting their
Get
goodie bags,
registration,
getting ready to golf and
getting their
everything else.
swag. And hey,
Love it.
guys, make sure you get raffle tickets and all that. And 50-50 raffle and all that stuff. Some great stuff up there. Fred, thank
Yes.
you so much for joining us on Big
We
Scout
appreciate
Talk.
you, Fred. Thank you.
guys.
Go
Appreciate it.
go run and get some work done. Make some money, Fred.
All right.
Yeah, that's right. Jim Crick he's cracking that whip.
Colonel Quick is going to join us back at the table with a special guest.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, Bill, this is what Folds of Honor is all about. And
all
the special
about.
guest is going to come up here and tell us her
Absolutely.
story and all that stuff. So we're going to ask her to take a seat over here. And
Yes.
Mr. Quick is going to join us as well.
All right. We'll give him that one. There you go. Everybody's fitting inside nicely.
Yes.
See? It's perfecto.
All right. Colonel Quick, earlier on, you opened the show with us. You're going to end the show with us. First and foremost, we want to thank you for having BiGG's Golf Talk out here to do the live TV show and live radio show out here. And we certainly appreciate you having us out here. So thank you ahead of time for that.
Well, you're welcome. It's always a pleasure.
Yes.
I'd like to introduce Pam Kendall from Las Vegas. Her husband was in the Air Force, Special Operations, or?
Yes, he was Red Horse Squadron.
Okay. And multiple deployments all over the place. And Pam would like to tell you about her sons who are Folds of Honor recipients.
Okay.
Pam?
Pam, welcome on to the show.
Glad you could be on.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
Share your story with our listeners.
All right. Well, my husband was in the Air Force for 30 years, and he did deploy about 7 times to Iraq and Afghanistan. And with each return home, as you can imagine, got a little bit tougher and a little bit tougher. So as we're raising our boys, we have 2 boys, home became a little toxic. And I did my very best to keep them separated. And enrolling my boys in extracurricular activities, staying out of the house, and then just enough time until my husband had to deploy again. And when he finally retired in 2013, you'd think it was just everything we'd hoped for. We had plans and all of those things, but the PTSD and traumatic brain injury that he came back with was unbearable. And we did all this stuff that we needed to do through the VA and doctor's appointments daily. I had to quit my job to take care of him. And it just got really, really tough. And then November 2016, he succumbed to a post-traumatic seizure. He had nightmares and seizures every single night. And there was one night I woke up to a hand grabbing my face, and it was him having a nightmare. And he ended up passing away from the seizure. And while we were sad and heartbroken, I found myself extremely afraid in a position I never, ever thought I would be in. And after the dust kind of settled, my young son, who was a junior in high school, came to me and said, "Mom, am I going to be able to go to college?" And my heart just broke again. And I said, we'll figure it out. And that's when we found Folds of Honor.
And if it wasn't for Folds of Honor, my son would not have been able to continue with that dream. And the one thing that I was really trying to do was keep the boys from recognizing, if you will, that there was a big gap in our life. Just keep going. And because of Folds of Honor, my son was able to go to the University of Utah, do what all 19-year-olds were able to do. He got to join a fraternity. And I'm happy to say he graduated in 3 years. He just graduated this last May.
Congrats. That's awesome.
My youngest son, because of Folds of Honor, was able to stay in his Catholic high school. And we just sent him off to University of Utah as well.
Wow.
And he is pledging a fraternity today too.
That's an amazing story. And that's one of the typical stories that you hear. And the graduates, the ones that continue to graduate, the ones that have from 11, 12, 13 years ago, these kids are graduating, and some of them are scientists you see all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, working in NASA, on the ships and spaceships and all this other stuff, and they're giving back, and they haven't forgotten how they got there. And that's the key. All these kids are growing up now, and now not only are they working for the foes, they're working whatever profession that they took when they went to college, and now they're giving back.
My son is doing exactly that. He just started last week, I believe it was last week, he just started a CBD store, 13 Folds.
Wow.
CBD.com. And it is, I was so surprised because he'd never told me about it. He just sent me the link. It's dedicated to my husband. It's all about how CBD and had helped my husband calm him a bit. And he's doing the exact same thing. And he's donating a portion of the proceeds to Folds of Honor because he has a mission to give back.
That's amazing. And he'll give it 13 folds. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. That's what's happening. These people that are growing up, they're giving back.
Yes.
And that's priceless, that they understand the gift that they had. And people don't ever want, I mean, Colonel Quick said today, we still have over 500 unfunded scholarships. And with people like your son giving back and growing and keep going, hopefully there'll never be anyone that we have to turn away. That's the ultimate mission, never having to turn away anyone that needs it.
Absolutely. And that's Folds of Honor. They honor the legacy by educating their young.
Yes, absolutely. We agree. Any questions, Mr. John?
What would you tell the person out there that is contemplating, how do I know my money is going to a good cause? How do I know that 80% of every dollar is going towards a scholarship? You could speak firsthand. At one point, you were like, my kid's not going to go to college. I got to prolong this to tell him this as long as possible until we figure it out. But at some point, we didn't know if we're going to figure that out, right? And then you came to Folds of Honor. What would you tell the people out there that are contemplating on making that donation?
Please make the donation. It definitely goes to the kids. That's one of the things that Folds of Honor prides itself on, is that you say 80%. I think it's even more than that. Yeah.
It
I
is.
think it's closer to 90.
91.
Yeah.
Like that. It's like 91. Right.
Yeah. And proof, when COVID hit, I had a son in high school, I had a son in college, and I was afraid.
Yeah.
And they didn't skip a beat. We still got the scholarships. Yeah. My sons were still able to go to school. I was still able to sleep and not worry.
Yeah.
But the founder is in the military as well.
Yes, Lieutenant Colonel Dan Rooney. Yes.
Right.
Everybody knows Lieutenant Colonel Rooney. Yes, we all know him. Yes.
Pam, what about the process? What about telling the families out there that are saying, I don't know how to do it. I don't know where to turn. What about the process for you? How easy was it for you?
Extremely easy. Surprisingly easy. You reach out to them. It's fairly simple. You have guidance the whole way through, and it's really a family. And I've said since we found Folds of Honor that it's really a family you don't want to be a part of, but you're so grateful to be a part of it.
Yes, that's the truth. I mean, nobody really wants that, but it's a blessing that they are doing what they're doing to, like what your son's doing. I mean, that's what it's about. You help somebody, they go in return and help. You know, because you just never know. You never
Absolutely.
know who needs or who you might help the next president. We don't know.
It's
One of the
100%
Folds
true.
we really don't. A Folds of Honor representative, one of these new kids could grow up and be a president.
And you know, I hope you continue doing these tournaments and you bring other speakers out here because, you know, when I've gone to the training to be a speaker, I've met a lot of these kids and there truly is a brain surgeon out there.
There is.
Truly is somebody curing cancer. There truly is amazing kids that you would never imagine that they have such a great
And
loss
can you
in their
imagine if
family.
we didn't give them that opportunity? Oh, I didn't become a brain surgeon because I didn't have a scholarship. I didn't have enough money. We didn't have the resources. We were blessed to have. We did a show one time, and there was a kid. Remember the kid we had in Indiana?
Yeah.
His scholarship got lost in between somewhere or somehow, and we were lucky enough to reach out, and they took care of it. It was just small, little, tiny hiccup. And they took care of him 1, 2, 3. He had gotten it in the past, and his mother was serving in the military as well. And you just don't know.
It's the difference. It is the difference.
Yes, it is. It is. So I'm hoping to see more. You have to share your information about your son so we can share it with the rest of our listeners and send people over there to get their CBD from him.
Okay.
You know
well,
what I mean?
thank
It's
you.
the best way to go for us as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys for being here and doing this. I mean, on behalf of thousands of kids that don't even know yet.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pam, thank you so much, and thank you for your service.
Yes.
We appreciate it because you know what? The families serve as well.
Absolutely, 100%.
Thank you.
So thank you. You can see on the screen right now, you can donate right now at newmexico.foldsofhonor.org and make a donation if you can't be a part of any events such as today, as we are here at the Folds of Honor Patriot Shootout. It's the 5th annual Build a GolfFather Cuebas, and certainly something they look forward to every single year.
Many more to come. It's only the 5th one.
It's only
Many
the 5th one,
more.
yes.
Many more every year. And I mean, even with COVID, we still have this baby going on. You know what I mean? 120 golfers, Biggs.
Right now, we're seeing the Marine Corps ROTC
They're
practicing
over there.
for
Yes.
their opening ceremonies, and we are certainly looking forward to being a part of that. So with that said, Build a GolfFather Cuebas, that's pretty much the end of our show, my friend.
They call that a wrap.
They call that a wrap.
Or the thing that we're going to eat after we is called a wrap.
It's called a
Or
wrap.
is it called the street taco? I don't know.
But I'll tell you what, every single year, every time we're a part of an event like this, Build a GolfFather Cuebas, we are certainly always touched in a different way every single time.
It really is. I mean, you just don't know who you're going to meet, whose life you're going to impact. You know, our boy Ryan Munson decided to change the You Matter movement. You know what I mean? And
I
step
see
up and
Rose at the table. I see Corby at the table. So we want to thank all the volunteers for all their help today. We see Mrs. Quick, Mama Quick up there.
Well, yeah, I was
She's
ready to say which
Pat
one.
Quick. We see my wife, Shayna Quick, at the table. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your time, and thank you for volunteering. We really appreciate it. Most of all, Build a GolfFather Cuebas, I just want to say thank you to the sponsors.
Yes, all the sponsors. Budweiser.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. This Bud's for you.
This Bud's for you. Yes.
And everybody else. You got a lot of sponsors out here. A lot of people. I see Kirtland Federal Credit Union bags out there. See all kinds of stuff. I see some nice bags up there. Give
Rotary
money.
Club.
Rotary Club. Thank you for the Rotary Club.
Temple
Fred.
Lodge number 6.
Temple Lodge.
Yes. And also Ronald Sanchez's company. It's a carpentry company. He made a $2,500 sponsorship.
Thank you,
So
Mr.
thank you, Mr. Sanchez. We appreciate that, brother.
We appreciate you.
We just appreciate everybody that has supported the Folds of Honor and supports this event. And we certainly look forward to it every single time. So
yes.
Build a GolfFather Cuebas. With that said, for Amanda the Golf Diva Robertson, for Build a GolfFather Cuebas, I'm Big John Quick. This has been BGT TV live in Albuquerque, New Mexico from Paradise Hills Golf Club at the 5th annual Patriot Shootout, Folds of Honor in New Mexico. Until next time, everybody, God bless and
you matter.